Hello everyone, welcome to Pepcoding. Today we are going to solve a question named intersection node in two linked lists using difference method. Okay, so now let's go on the board. First we will discuss the question there, and after that we'll move forward towards coding. Okay, so we are on the board. Now let me draw the linked list first. This is the first linked list that we have. Let me draw it completely. Okay, this is done. Just suppose this is the first linked list that we have, and the second linked list start from this point. Okay, here and here. Okay, though they both meet at this point, and after that they both have this common list. Okay, so as it is very clear that it is a difference method, it means we are going to use some difference here. So let me tell you what we are going to use. We are going to use actually the difference of the length of the these list 1 and 2. This is L1, this is L2. Okay, and we have to find out this node, the intersection of both the lists. So how we are going to achieve this? So now let's move forward and see. First of all, what we do, we will count the length of this string L1, this linked list L1. After that, we will count the length of this linked list L2. Okay, we will get the length. We'll get the length from here also. Okay, now what we'll do, we will simply get the difference of both the list size. So that will be L1 size minus L2 size. Just suppose that value is X. Now what we are going to do to compensate the difference, what we'll do, we will make run the bigger list. As we can see, this is the bigger list here. Okay, this have how many nodes? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and it have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 only. Okay, so what is going to happen, the value of X is here is equals to 1. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to move this list by one step earlier. Okay, so we will move this by one step ahead. So what will happen, L1 will move at this point. Okay, so let's move it first. Okay, now L1 is here. Now what will happen, we will move both the pointer L1 and L2 until they both meet at this same point. Okay, now let's see. L1 will also move one step ahead. L2 will also move one step ahead. After that, L1 again move one step ahead, and L2 again move one step ahead. Again L1 will move one step ahead. L2 will move one step ahead. Again L1 will move one step ahead, and L2 will move one step ahead. And at the moment they meet at the same point, we will terminate the loop, and what will happen? We got our answer. We got the point. We got the point where the intersection happened. Okay, so now let's go on the editor and write some code first. So as we know, there is no length function to count the length of the linked list. So first of all, we will write a length function. We are here. Okay, now let's go and write a length function. Okay, take a static and length. Okay, inside this we have to calculate the length of the linked list. So if h is equals to null, what will happen? We'll return 0. After that, we will make a variable length. Initial value will be 0. It will help us to count the length. So while h is not equals to null, what will happen? And h equals to h dot next, and every time we will increase our length by 1. Okay, and at last we will return the length. In this way we will get the length of our linked list. Now let's go on the function where we have to get the intersection. Okay, so we are here now. Now what is going to happen, we both have to calculate the length first. So first of all, define one length 1, which will be equals to the length of head A. Okay, this is done. We need the length of second list also. So L2 equals to length of head B. Okay, this is done. Now after this, what we have to do, we have to get the bigger list. You can see here we have to iterate the difference on the bigger list first. Okay, if the difference is 1, we have to iterate on the bigger list by 1 at first. Okay, so now let's go and find out which list is bigger. Okay, and we will store that. So for that, list node big one equals to L1 is greater than L2, so it will be the head A, else it will be head B. Okay, this is done. After this, what we have to do, we have to find the smaller one. So sorry, list node small one equals to, if L1 is less than L2, it means it's head B, sorry, it's head A, else it is head B. Yeah, it is done. Now we have the big list and we have the small list. The next step was to iterate on the big one by the difference. So first of all, we have to calculate the difference. Okay, so for calculating the difference, let's take a variable in difference equals to mat.max of, we are doing this just to get the positive value of that, mat.max of L1 comma L2 minus mat.min of L1 comma L2. Okay, so this is done. We got the difference. Now what we have to do, we have to iterate on the bigger list by the difference. So while difference is greater than 0, what will happen? We will iterate on the big one. So big one equals to big one dot next. Okay, this is done, and every time difference is decreased by 1. Okay, we have done the iteration. Now we have to iterate on both the lists until we reach this intersection point. Okay, now let's go. While big one equals to, not equals to, actually not equals to small one, it means when this loop ends, they both will be at the same point. Okay, so big one equals to big one dot next, and small one equals to small one dot next. Okay, this is done, and after coming out of this, we just have to return the node where we are current now. So either return a small one or return big one, it doesn't matter. So I am returning the big one. That it all. Now let's go and run this code. Okay, we have some error. Let's see what it is. It says can't find symbol, the difference. Okay, we have some typing mistake here. Yeah, it is double F. Now let's run this again. So it is accepted. Now let's submit it for all the test cases. It is taking some time, nothing to worry. 10 by 10. I hope you have liked the video, you have learned something. Please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.